let's see what this is like on hard bumps under acceleration. Hello gorgeous, and welcome to another Cutting the Caboose, and in this one I am reviewing this, the brand new Panasonic HC-VXF1, which is a camcorder, okay? I know, right? A camcorder? Who buys camcorders these days? Me, that's who, and you probably should too, so you're gonna like this. So this is the box for the Panasonic HC-VXF1. Inside you will find this little beauty. Now this is a camcorder. Now do you remember when camcorders, everybody had camcorders. Camcorders were cool for recording everything. And then we had video in our cameras and video in our phones, and video was everywhere. And now nobody buys camcorders anymore. And if you're doing YouTube, you either use your phone or you use like a compact camera, like an RX100. Great little camera. Or you use a full-size DSLR like I'm running here with the GH5, Sony A7. But in the middle of all of that are these little camcorders, and they've been completely overlooked by everybody. And seriously, I've been running with a camcorder now for about, oh gosh, well forever. I've got a shelf quite literally full of these Panasonic no, not literally full. I've got 4 of them with the previous models, and they're so good. And let me tell you why. Now your phone you have in your pocket, that's great, okay? And you can do a lot with your phone. But once we go beyond that, you have to use, either a compact camera, or you have to use a DSLR, or you have to use something more elaborate. And that's where you start to have problems. You can't, with a phone, yes, you can grab and go. But with a small camera, it's much harder to grab and go. And you have issues like the RX100, as good as it is, no mic socket, no jack, no hot shoes, so you can't put extra sound on, you can't use headphones or anything. With the DSLR, it's huge, it's all over the place, they're big, they're heavy. In the middle of all of that is a camcorder. Now let me just give you the elevator pitch for this here, okay? First of all, you can flip the screen. It's incredibly light. I mean, look, these are, consumer or prosumer, they're high-end consumer level products. They're extremely light. But the battery on this, now the battery that's on there now will last about an hour. But if you put this extended battery on, and it's a little bit extra, you can get 4 hours out of the thing. It's 4K, it supports HDR, it has a 25mm lens, it has a 1200 zoom if you use full digital, 32 times optical zoom. It's got a low light sensor. It records in 5.1 Dolby Digital. It has an audio jack, a headphone jack, a tripod mount. If you've seen any of my car videos, I've been shooting with one of these, or the 990 before it, or the model before that, which I can't remember the model now. I've been using these forever, and as a grab and go, watch this. I'll put the screen out to you with a 25mm lens. Do you want to do selfies on that? In fact, I'm going to record a little piece on here right now, just so you can see how well this records. So I'm recording only on the HC-VXF1 camcorder, and look how wide that is. I mean, I can get a full torso shot in here because it's a 25mm lens. Also, notice how steady it is? That's because it's got a hybrid optical image stabilizer on it. These things are amazing. If you're a YouTuber, if you want to do video blogging, and you want a camera to grab and go, seriously, you want to look at one of these things. Isn't that good? Even the sound. I mean, right now I'm playing the sound back off the Panasonic. Pretty good, huh? So if you're more interested in the specs, well, it's very, very good at low light. Seriously, it's fantastic. I took it out in the car. Okay, so we've got this puppy up on the windscreen mount, and as you can see, it is a much wider lens than the 990, the outgoing model. Look how much more frame we have on this. This is amazing. Yeah, that's what it looks like in the car. Look how wide that is. And it's interesting to see what the image stabilization is going to be like too. So I'm going to go over some fairly bumpy roads with this on the car mount. It's locked off. It's a much lighter camera than the 990, so it's good. But a 25mm lens, that is fantastic. And as far as I can see from here, it's sharp, and there's no CA. This is what a camcorder does. This is what it does very, very well. So it's going to be interesting to see what it's like. I'm going to try it through a couple of challenging. There's a couple of sequences, a couple of roads coming up, which used to cause my 990 some problems with the optical image stabilization. I've got potholes here. I'm taking a right over some drains, bumpy. Sound I'm not expecting to be much good. You're currently hearing me from the lavalier microphone. I will switch over to the in-car microphone and let's see what that sounds like. The 990 was bad, I'll be honest. Even from this distance, it would pick up the background noise and other things far more than it could hear me. so I really didn't like the inbuilt audio. But then I've always kind of thought inbuilt audio is there as a convenience. If you really want to do some recording, you want to take your audio and to, you know, separate it anyway. Let's go back onto the lavalier mic then. I'm going to switch that over to 4K and run these videos side by side actually. So that isn't the out bit. Let's switch over to 4K. Okay, and we're in 4K. How does it compare? Frame looks about like it's the same. Doesn't look like it's cropped the image at all. Backlight compensation is still on. So all the settings are the same. Is it brighter? Is it darker? Does it look better? Okay, let's wrap this up and take it back to the studio. It's only 8.57 megapixels, so the megapixels are quite low, but it's only designed to do 4K. This isn't one of your super high resolution cameras here. As such, the sensor is designed specifically to do video and to do it very, very well. It's only 24 frames, so you know, it's not that good for creative, but if you drop it down to HD, you get a slow-mo mode, you can do tilt shift effects, you've got fades and wipes, and you can even do editing out of the camera, so you can do an awful lot of stuff on the little screen. You've got Wi-Fi built in. You can daisy chain several of them together and do outside broadcasts over Wi-Fi and can control them on your phone. So you can actually run a multiple camera shot with it. A low speed shutter up to a high speed shutter. It goes from 1/60th to 1/8000th. It handles 60p, 60i, 30p, 1/48th, 24p. You've got a level shot function which automatically levels the shot out for you. You've got a level shot display on the screen. It'll record in AVC HD, it records in MP4, uses standard SD cards. Seriously, I don't know where to stop with this thing. It's a device that's tuned purely for video. You can switch between modes really quickly, it's so useful. Honestly, I go on about these things all the time. They are so practical. And you drop, well, here's what I normally do. I use a Gorilla Pod like this, screw it to the bottom, and there you go. How handy is that? So you can just run and gun, or then you want to drop it down somewhere, put your pod out. I cannot recommend these things enough. So there you go, that is my really quick and dirty practical review of the Panasonic HC-VXF1 camcorder. They're currently retailing for about £850 in the UK. It's not bad at stills either, to be honest with you. I just pick it up and I'm done. It's on charge, it's left up on the shelf, always on charge. With the extended battery, I know I'm good for the whole day of shooting, but I can take the second battery if I really need to, and I'm good. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope some of you find this useful. I know this isn't really the sort of thing that you normally see on my channel, but I know quite a lot of you are YouTubers, so that I'd show you one of my latest toys so you can see it working. Highly recommend getting yourself a little camcorder. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in the very next show. Bye, gorgeous. Mwah.